Alright, check this guy out. 2000 Kawasaki Ninja 250. Really good condition, except for the broken blinker right there, and a very small chip out of the fender. Otherwise, it's pretty much perfect condition here. No rips in the seat. Bodywork on this thing is really immaculate. It's got the Yoshimura pipes on it. Got the purple rims. Personally, I think this bike is super ugly. Kind of looks like a Barney theme bike, but it's cool because it's so weird looking. And this thing's been sitting for a while, so it doesn't run. So let's get it in the garage and start working on it. Alright, so I ended up getting this bike from the same guy I bought the RM250 from and the CM250 Honda road bike from. So this is the third bike from him and the last bike from him. So as you can see, it's in pretty good condition. No chips in the paint or anything like that. Like I said before, no rips in the seat. It has 19,695 miles on it. And the gauges are all very nice. It's got high beam, turn, oil, and neutral lights. It's got the temp gauge right there, the tach, and then the speedometer with the trip as well. Right here, blinkers on, off, high, low, horn, shut off, and then electric start right there. It looks like choke right here. It's got the mirrors on it yet. It's got the nice pipes, dual pipe coming out the back here. This is a twin cam 8 valve system on this engine. It's pretty cool. Like I said before, only missing that the lens right there for the blinker. Looks like it maybe fell and cracked at one point. The rims are all nice. Purple paint isn't chipping or peeling. You can see there's a bunch of leaves and stuff in here. Needs to be cleaned out. But everything looks pretty clean on it. Tires are decent, getting down there on tread, but they're not horrible, still rideable like that. So I bought this thing for 600 bucks. It does have a clean title. Just waiting on the title to come so I can put it in my name. And the plan for this is I'm probably gonna keep this one because it's such a nice bike. So we are going to start by looking at the gas tank, I think. Seeing how bad the rust is in there. Obviously this thing doesn't run. It's been sitting, the guy said, for like 2 years. So he said he's thinking it will run, but he wasn't sure why the guy let it sit. You can see last registered in 2020. So we'll see. We're gonna dig into it today and try to figure it out. Alright, so gas tank won't open. We're off to a good start here. We're gonna have to put a little WD-40 on there. Lubrication is our friend here. Everything gets tight after it sits for a while. And because there's leaves in that, I'm not sure if this was sitting outside under a tarp or what. So I don't really know too much about it. Alright, well, the gas tank's not opening. Just a key spin. Nothing happens when you turn it on. So I'm guessing battery is dead. Where is the battery on this thing? Guess we'll take off the seat, I bet you. It's under the seat here. I've never owned one of these bikes, so this is all new to me as well. Just see where everything is. Oh yeah, there's a battery. So we've got some bungee cords. Don't know why those were in there. got a small battery. That cable's loose on there. Well, should we hook up a jumper and just see what happens? See if it lights up? That's hooked up. Let's get the key in here. Oh yeah. Everything lights up. Horn works. The light's not working. Maybe they only work when the machine's running. See if electric start works. Electric start works, that's good. Should we see if it fires up here? I'm hearing like a knocking sound in the engine here. I don't like that. So hopefully we don't have a rod knock here. Like I said, there's only 19,695 miles on it, so hopefully that's not the case. Blinkers are working. That one's working. It's the back one. Yep. All right, other side. That one's working. That one's working. All right, so far everything's working on it. That's good. Let's try to get that gas tank open and see if there's any fuel in there. If there's not, we'll put some in there and try to crank it over and see if it starts. It might just start up, we don't know. So I'll work at that for a bit, try to get that tank open, and we'll go from there. All right, we were able to get it all the way twisted up. Why is that so hard to turn? There we go. All right, let's see what the inside of the tank looks like. Yeah, it looks good. No rust in there. There's actually gas in it. It looks clear. The gas doesn't even look that old. So hopefully this wasn't put away because it had rod knock. That's what I'm kind of worried about. All right, we're going to see if there's gas coming out of the petcock, and then we'll attempt to start this thing. Okay, petcock is right here. Let's just get this gas line off of here. And it looks like it's got a pump on it. So we'll try turning over the engine and seeing if that pumps out of there. Actually, we'll take off the other end. Going to the carburetor. Looks like gas is coming out. Huh, looks clear too. All right, machine is on. Let's hit the start button, see what happens. Oh, and she fired right up. All right, it's obviously getting gas. Yeah, she fired up. Sounds like knocking now to me. Let's see. That's crazy. She fired right up. Battery just must have been really dead. All right, you could hear this thing start for a brief second, and it doesn't really sound that great. But I just want to check the oil there, and you can see the levels perfect. So oil looks perfect in this thing. Let's attempt to start it and see if it gets better as we run it here. Here we go. Knocking anymore. Maybe it was just the pipes. Thing grumbles, sure. Sounds really good. Let's see if we can get it to idle here without the choke. Alright, she doesn't like to idle without the choke. So either the idle is set too low or carburetors are dirty. But let's first get that air filter out of there before I run it any longer. I don't want anything getting in the engine if that air filter's dirty. Probably should check that first, but she revs out completely and sounds pretty good. So I think if we can get it to idle, she'll be good to go. I was not expecting it to start up that fast, so that's pretty nice. Alright, let's find out where the air filter is. Right, we're on the left side of the bike here. Let's take off the side panels, and then I think we gotta take off the tank to get to the air filter here. So we'll check out what's behind each of these side panels. Check it out. And we might have to take out the carburetor if we're gonna get this thing to idle. Looks like we've got the coolant overflow here. Looks like a bunch of stuff got in there. Looks like the airbox lid's right here actually. I wonder if we can just take off these bolts right here and we can get to it. Let's go see what's on the other side. May as well. Looks like we've got the fuse box here. says pull. There we go. And there's all the fuses in there. It says. So let's just check the headlight one. Alright, so headlight should be this one right here. Let's pull that one out. For some reason the headlight wasn't working when it wasn't running. Jeez. Nope, that's not blown. That's still good. Alright, everything else was fine, so let's put that back on. Well, now we know where everything is. We've got the brake reservoir here, the master cylinder, 30 amp fuse for the solenoid. But yeah, I think we can just take off these bolts right here. Ooh, that looks pretty bad in there. We're gonna have to take the gas tank off, I think. Not looking too good. Alright, gas tank was literally these two bolts right here. These two on this side, and the other two on that side, and this thing will come right off. That was like the easiest gas tank to take off. One more line. Alright, there we go. You can see it's a little rough in there. I don't know how you get to... I wonder if the whole air box just comes out. I don't know. It must open up too. Like splits down the middle. But I want to be able to clean that all out. Ooh, that foam's really bad. Well, at least there's a film after the foam. Let's see what that looks like. We'll first vacuum that out and then we'll get that screen out of there. But at least that's protecting most of it. Right, turn on the vacuum. Alright, got everything vacuumed out of here. Air box is looking good, battery box is all clean. Wonder if this thing was sitting in the barn. That's kind of what it looks like. So the radiator cap is right there, so let's take that off and just see if there's any coolant in there. Oh, and she's topped off. Sweet. Awesome. Alright, so there's like literally nothing wrong with this bike. And then I think I found the idle issue. So the idle adjuster right here was spun all the way out of here, so it was just hanging here. So when you tried to adjust the idle, it wouldn't do anything. So I put it back into there, screwed it in, and now it's pushing up on the slide right there. So now it should idle. So let's put everything back together and see if she idles now. Alright, let's see if we can get this thing to idle now. I turned up the idle, so let's see if we're at the right setting here. Oh yeah. She's idling. And the headlight does work. See if high and low work. Yep. So everything officially works on it. Wow, that sounds really good. Choke is all the way off. We're gonna let this run for a bit, and then we'll see if any issues arise, see if any leaking happens, see if it overheats. So far, so good. I did notice the tail light's a little broken back here too. So far, it's sounding pretty good. That's got to be the easiest fix I've ever had in my life. I didn't have to do anything. Alright, so this thing's revving out completely, doesn't bog. Sounds really good, starts right up, so we don't even have to clean out the carburetor. And that's like unheard of when I buy a bike. So we got really, really lucky on this one. Thanks again to the guy that sold it to me and was honest with all the bikes. He was honest with the RM250, the CM250, and now this one. So pretty happy that I bought all three from him. It was a pretty good deal. Can't really go wrong for 600 bucks. We have to go pick up a battery now. That was basically the only thing wrong with this thing, was that it didn't have a battery. So, yeah, and then we just have to clean it up. So let's start cleaning this thing up and making it look shiny. Just using a little WD-40. You can see, taking some of the stuff off. It's really not even that dirty. Just dust, basically. That's all that came off of it. Not too bad. Oh yeah, that's gonna shine up really nice. All right, check this thing out. This thing is just immaculate. That cleaned up really nice. Thing is shiny. Looks brand new. That's crazy good deal for 600 bucks with a title. Man, it's a nice looking bike. All right, let's get that new battery and go take it for a test drive. All right, we got the new battery. Let's see if it works here. $54. So we're $654 into it. Let's see if it cranks over here. Let's see. Alright, got her loaded up. Hopefully it doesn't fall down in the trailer on the way over. Alright, made it out here. Let's get this thing unloaded and take it for the first test drive. Like I said before, I've never ridden one of these, so it should be pretty fun. Alright, there she is. Let's see how she rides. Well, here we go. First ride ever on a Ninja 250. I've always wanted to kind of ride one of these to see what it felt like, but never got a chance, so today's the day. Let's see how she goes here. Probably gonna have to warm her up for a bit. We've got it on reserve right now, so that's been doing that lately. The start button's like finicky. There we go. Let her warm up for a bit. Sounds pretty good now. Make sure both brakes work here. Yep, both brakes work. Alright. Let's see how she goes here. Oh yeah. She's pretty smooth. Very smooth. There's grass everywhere right over here. I'm gonna go on this side of the road. Gets up to 70 pretty quick. Pretty smooth bike. I like it so far. The only thing I notice is because it's a 250, the gears are really short. So you have to shift up like really fast, otherwise you run out of power. Yeah, this thing is really fun. It's a nice ride, especially for 600 bucks. Still pretty cool. so windy, I'd go a lot faster, but the thing's not a very heavy bike. Thing's fast for 250. Alright, first ride was a success. Didn't overheat, didn't leak anything. Tons of power on this thing. We got it up to about, I think it was like 80, 85 maybe, before it was too windy to go any further with it. I'm not sure how fast these go. I'm sure over 100. I think it's 6 speed, so I don't think I ever hit 6th gear on it. But yeah, everything works on it. Everything's good to go on it. So I'd say I made a pretty good purchase for 600 bucks. We got really, really lucky with this one. So I think that wraps today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Stay tuned for next one. And until next time, we are out.